Alrighty, hey guys, we are back. We are back with the meat and potatoes of it all. What makes us like really kind of just want to dive into all the things that have been happening over the last week and a half with all the Bravo shows. First off, we are losing a couple shows. So I know we're getting into the summer of it all. So Married to Medicine has finally ended. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But we're also gaining the Valley, which should be very interesting. And we see one of the Toms, make an appearance on the Valley.
Not Sandoval.
No, Schwartz.
Okay.
He is very much present. Very much. But without further ado, let's get into last night's episode of Summer House. Lindsay is blowing up the internet, the social media, all of the Bravo channels right now because of her spaz out at the table with Carl.
You mean her unborn child? Can I just add that? Yeah.
I'm getting at your little girlfriend is going around saying that you guys have been messaging since last summer. Before we were ever broken up.
I wasn't messaging her when we were together.
Prove it. Prove it.
I don't have my
Show
phone.
the receipt.
The ex that's not the father of the child she's currently pregnant with. Girl. Why are you so obsessed with me?
Why you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's giving.
I was like, and then when he says, like, no, I do have a bad judge of character, I'm like, she's so in it. Like, she can't even see that was like, like,
what did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Yes, like,
okay.
Yeah, like, I'm like, girl. And she just.
Not to mention, to tell your ex that he's a bad judge of character just means that you're also a bad judge of character. You can never trash your ex without trashing yourself. I will never not believe that. She should really shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he proposed to you.
Let's just say, oh my gosh, you figured it out. He did cheat on you. You were with a whole baby. Like, this should be the least. You should have made peace with this a long time ago before you got pregnant or got into another relationship.
And God knows having a geriatric pregnancy, as hard as it is, she really should be focused on her baby.
Geriatric.
Okay. Not geriatric. At 38. Oh, okay.
By definition, that's what it is.
By definition,
But I just feel like that would kill.
Not in my medical
anything over 35 is considered a geriatric pregnancy.
What the is going on? That
by
is
the medical community standards. But I still feel like if Lindsay were to hear that or talk about, like, she would never stop vomiting. But I just like, okay, let's just say there was some inappropriate DMing. Who cares? You're not engaged to this dude anymore. You have successfully moved on. So you
successfully, I don't know, but she has in fact moved on.
Yeah. I also could not grasp why are you meeting her parents? Why did you go to a soccer game with the parents and then you met her? That story didn't make sense. But once again, I was like, who cares? Move on. You guys should literally just coexist peacefully in this summer house. Like, excuse me, hello, be respectful. Don't make it awkward for everyone else.
If I was baby daddy, I would feel like, oh, why are you so activated?
Beyond.
You know, his mama is mad. He looked like a mama's boy. His mama's somewhere pissed off.
Okay. Switching gears to another topic. Tired of hearing about the Craig and Paige situation because we already know how it played out, right? And I know Bravo is really trying to like stretch it out. Then when the reunion comes, we're going to have to hear it all over again. But I don't know. I think this is a little too perfectly planned conspiracy theory here. Like, shoot conspiracy across the screen right now. It's like, I don't know. It's like
tinfoil hats coming.
Yes. Did Paige know what she was doing? So therefore kind of preempted these types of talks and conversation, because it's very easy to map a timeline if you've been doing Summer House ever since the point of a conception, like 10 plus years or however long it's been on. You know when it airs, you know when you broke up, you know where you can kind of plant the seed a little bit. And it just seems a little too
contrived.
Perfect. Yeah, too perfect. And I'm like,
it's a little grimy.
Very grimy. And I don't know. Once again, I'm just walking away with like Team Craig, but I feel like everyone's tired of talking about it. Like, let's just let it go. So Bravo, I think you need to do your due diligence here, and you need to kind of put the kibosh on this. Like, we're tired.
Back.
We're ready to move on.
Bravo viewers have been oversaturated with this at this point. It's Southern Charm covering it. It's Summer House covering it. It's Southern Charm reunion. It's Watch What Happens Live appearances covering it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just a lot of like, okay, they broke up.
Yeah.
Okay.
They need to find something else to cover.
And it's been,
but I don't know if they were short on content.
But also the emasculation of like, well, I would be the breadwinner. So he should have come to me, because if I stop working, our lifestyle, and I'm like, isn't he
I'm
also
confused.
a
Doesn't he
reality
own
star?
a
Doesn't he
law
have?
firm and like restaurants? Or did I make that up?
No,
I don't know how much he's making on those, but he has Sewing Down South, which seems to be a profitable business, plus his money from Southern Charm. Plus, I would imagine the cost of living is not in Charleston what it is in New York City. So and I'm like, no one says she has to roll over and die in the backyard, bitch. You could still get Bravo gigs and do your hosting and do your podcast from it. So like, I don't know. I thought that was a weird angle to bring up.
Very much
Just
so.
say you want to date a ball player.
And this is just what I also think, like, when it comes to like with Paige, it's like, okay, we get the sense of humor, but sometimes it's just know when to hold them, know when to fold them. It's like, this is like, okay, like, let it go. This is another
folding time.
Yeah. It's another person that was in this relationship. So then we have Ciara and Jesse and Lexi. Lexi is annoying to me. She was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and I'm like, it's like the princess syndrome. And it's like everyone around me treats me like a princess, so therefore everyone that continues to enter my life needs to continue to treat me as a princess. I'm like, this is exhausting to watch. It's not fun.
It's cringy to watch.
She's not so unlikable.
Yes, it's not. Is insecure the right word? Like
delusional.
And then she was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and she really looked really out of place. Like, she just wasn't in the fun vibes of it all.
I hope that they don't bring her back this summer.
Put her on next gen.
Yeah, I thought it was funny when it was like a joke. Like, I thought the whole thing was a joke. But I'm like, y'all are really making a real relationship, and she's meeting with your parents, and my heart was broken. I was crying for 2 days. Bitch, you were crying for 2 days because somebody licked his toe? I'm like, what would you do if he DM'd somebody after a month?
Like, and that was another thing.
Extreme, like, to me, that's the least of your worries. Him being all up in Ciara's titties should have been way more of a thing than a toe suck. Am I wrong? Like, the Ciara stuff, to me, it was way bigger of a deal.
Absolutely.
I think, his sister.
It was just a toe suck.
I
don't believe him, but go ahead, Jim.
It was a 37-minute toe suck. 37-minute toe suck. We'll leave it there.
We all know something happened. We all know someone's toe in someone's mouth.
Summer House definitely, once again, is heating up. So to be continued. And I feel like it hasn't come out. It hasn't come out whether they're still together or not. But I think we kind of already know that they're not.
I don't think they are.
Waiting to see how that unravels. Another show that came
By the way, did you catch that Wes is hating every bit of this, by the way?
Oh, yeah, because he has no boy to partake with the boyness. Like, that's why.
Yeah.
Wes to me is just, I'm just indifferent. Like, you're there, you're not there, whatever. Another great show that came on the night before, Beverly Hills. Oh, I'm starting to understand more why Garcelle left the show. And I really think it's because she does not like where it could potentially go after this reunion of her being portrayed and what people can say. So she nipped it in the bud. Like,
she sure did.
Immediately. And I'm like, wow. I love the fact the way that Bose is on their necks, but not on their necks. You know what I mean?
Love it. I love it.
On their necks in corporate.
Yes, it's just her personality. They're trying to overtalk her. She doesn't stop and let them talk. She keeps talking. She keeps talking and finish the point.
You came in strong.
I am strong.
Dorit, I am loving this Dorit. Dorit is just
deeper.
She is just like, I don't care. She is pushing all of Sutton's buttons.
You don't exactly live like the Queen of Sheba.
Listen,
You live on a fucking main road.
And
Activated.
and
I
like,
love it.
yes, I was like, oh, this is really good. And then we also see how like Kyle isn't what she thinks she's portraying. It's like, you're not a girl's girl. You're sitting here seem like you're trying to drive a wedge in between PK and Dorit. Like, I'm closer with him than your own wife is closer with you. Like, when is that ever okay?
It violates so much. You
Yes.
hate him, we hate him. That is the cue.
Yes.
And she said it herself when he was just like, okay, what if she did this with Mauricio? You see that look on her face? She did a bitch what?
How would you feel if you saw a text from Dorit to Mo saying that he can trust her because she's never repeated anything he told her and won't?
I understand that would bother me.
It would.
Yeah, I think that
Like, no. And speaking of Bo's calling, I love how she was just like, well, Kyle, you lied. I don't lie, but you did lie. You
An
said
omission
it was
is a
memes
lie.
and jokes, but then you said you kept it secret, so that is a lie.
Yes. And then it's like, that's what I love about both. It's just like setting people up. And then it's like, too, we see like a snippet of her talking about how Sutton calls her angry. And then she says to Garcelle, and you just sat there. And Garcelle was like, I didn't hear, and I didn't this. And I'm just like, I was like, see, you got to run Anne-Marie off this show. You got to run laps around her. And now you're leaving because you can't stand up to this one.
But
And
not me,
like,
bitch.
And now you want to tuck your tail and run.
And then you're going to put all kinfolk, all skin folk, not kinfolk. I'm just like, oof.
And I'm so sorry. Yeah. All of the like Garcelle, Sutton, like Team Sutton, Team Garcelle, like, did we have an IEP in school? I'm really curious. I don't know how you can end up with the conclusion that they aren't anything but mean girls.
Oh. Not only that, I have a real question. So we're talking about the show, but not talking about the show. Does Garcelle pay for bots? Because when I gave my opinion last week about Garcelle, do you see how those people came for me? I was like, oh, not the Garcellians. What? I know I'm right. I must be watching a different show. I was Team Garcelle when she first started, and then when she got this weird alliance with Sutton, I hopped off that train because I was like, I was trying to breeze past that bitch. Okay, I hopped off that train because I was like, this is weird, like what she thinks her assignment is on this show, and so I don't know. I'm not here for the Garcellians.
Oh, yeah, not at all.
Her biggest issue is not making friends with anybody on the cast, not even Sutton. A lot of people are like, her and Sutton are close friends. They are not friends. They are coworkers who want to stay on this show and be the queens of the show, and who have run women off the show, not just Anne-Marie. I would even say poor Lisa Rinna.
I think also, too, like, it has backfired on them this season. And yeah, it definitely backfired because we were seeing how the season started. You remember that scene at the table? I don't know if they'll actually get into it with like Kyle and they're having lunch in Sutton's backyard. And then Sutton's like, well, you talked about Mo's infidelity. And then Kyle is like caught up like, what are you talking about?
But you also had infidelity. Let's not forget that part.
What part?
Infidelity.
Who did?
You did.
No, I didn't.
With Mo?
It's those types of situations or setups or instances. And then we have
totally a setup.
Yeah, we have the thing at Chuck E. Cheese, of them trying to bring up Morgan. If you want to be a lesbian, be a lesbian. Kyle was like taking up guard off that. And so now we're seeing it's starting to come back. It's starting to kind of bite you in the butt. It's not paying off.
They think they can decide what people are. They're going to make people talk about what they want to hear about. Like, so how about like that kind of confrontation style stuff? And the viewers see it and see what it is. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't know what else she does on camera if she no longer does that. And now she knows her gig is up.
Yeah.
Talking about Morgan, sorry for a second. Andy was like, okay, but
Oh.
because when Kyle was like, well, she didn't sign up for the show. She doesn't want to be in the. Andy was like, yeah,
Points
but
were
you guys
made.
did a whole like lesbian lover music video. And it was her video that she put out. She's a public figure. So Kyle, come on, girl,
Yeah.
you know what that music video was gonna do.
She talks to Garcelle. She was like, I told you some things off camera. And I'm just like, okay, what can we like get into this? Like, why are we if it's off camera, leave it there. We don't need to know you talked about it off camera.
You know, that's my biggest pet peeve. Say it or don't say it.
Yeah, leave it there then.
And I think it was only said because Garcelle brought it up, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So dun dun dun. We have the last installment left. We see why Garcelle decides to say, I'm out.
I'm out.
Oh no.
I'm out.
What? Garcelle, that's really unprofessional. Garcelle.
We
How long
have
will Sutton last? That's the question.
I think she has like I think she has
Now the Tilly's there.
another season to get it
Mhm.
right before
Mhm.
like I know you said, Tiana, that Lisa Rinna was run off the show, but
Mhm.
I think Lisa Rinna helped herself with the viewers. Me and Ramona were there when she flicked off the viewers at BravoCon. Like she came out on stage ablazing with 2 middle fingers. I was like, oh.
Because they
I mean,
were
to be
booing her
honest, I
so
really do
loudly.
get it. Like we get like a snippet of like some of the Team Garcelle, Team Sutton comments and how like
Mhm.
I've cleared some of the comments because some of them are just like, okay, we can't keep this up because
No.
we don't want to activate it, Tiana, because I got the time. I will sit here and go back and forth with you. You know? So I kind of understand it. And I think it's just like a lot of people thinking that Dorit had this staged robbery. Like
Oh,
Erica has stolen all this money from these innocent victims. I think that they have perpetuated horrible stories about all of their castmates, and now Garcelle wants to run.
but it's also kind of like the Lindsay Hubbard of it all. It's just like, why are we bringing this up? Like, so
Mhm.
what if you thought whatever the case may be? Who cares? Like, why are you bringing this up right now? Like Lindsay Hubbard,
Yeah.
why do we care if he was talking to her when he was talking? Like, who cares? Not right now. Moving on down south, cheek, take a tour all the way down south to Atlanta. So we saw, I think it was, when was it? Was it last summer that it came out about the whole they're going to
Yes.
stop,
Yes.
stop recording with Kenya?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're starting to see it actually play out on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And there's been some mixed reviews, definitely. You know, leading up to it before the episode, there was people saying, oh, Kenya is vindicated. We understand why she did it, blah, blah, blah. And then the episode happens, and then people started to actually like, oh, okay, now that wasn't called for. She didn't have to do it like that or kind of go there. And I'm just, you know, it's just a question mark. But I don't know if you guys saw this. Porsha alluded to saying that someone that's still a current housewife on the show gave
Now,
Kenya
who-
those.
There's a housewife still on the show right now who gave Kenya that nude information. No, I'm going to expose that. Everybody needs to know who she is.
Do you think it
Who
was
is this person?
You think it was? All I could think is maybe Kelly. But
I
why-
thought maybe Shamia.
But why
maybe
is Porsha like blowing up her spot like that? I was actually going to say Drew because Drew seemed the most unbothered when
I
it
only
was
say maybe
happening at the
Shamia
event.
because she probably did a background check, or her husband did.
Mm. But also, I could definitely see it being Drew because Drew seems like she is willing to. This is A, the only check she has coming in.
Mhm.
And B, she is willing to do whatever she can to protect it. I think she would even be the stripper on the pole at the strip club while they're having chicken wings and filming. Like, Drew just seems so desperate to me. She'll do
I
whatever.
think she just wants to find storylines and like try to help the producers. And
Yeah.
anything that she thinks is a good idea, I just think the producers should ignore.
Yeah.
But it was to me. So I had two different reactions to it. Number one, I was bothered by Brit's comments about having pistols and whips, and I'm like, well, what? Huh? What is that about? Why are you? And I think that she should have also been in trouble with Bravo for that.
For sure.
While what she said was definitely, it definitely was like a bit too far. I don't know, the way she kind of just said it, it just came off as just some ignorant fool running their mouth. Like, I'm like, okay, shut up. It was like, okay, bitch, shut up. Like, granted, what she's saying is bad, but I'm just like, girl, bye. Like, shut up. Like, no one cares. No one feels threatened by you. You kind of running your mouth off, and then you have your, I don't know, your butler, aka your husband, following after you. And it's just like, this is just giving, like,
he really is her Uncle Ben.
This does not seem like housewives caliber behavior.
Gutter Barbie.
And then, but I do think the reason maybe why she didn't get in trouble with Bravo is just because she seemed extremely remorseful. Like,
she wasn't, though, because she said she didn't do it on her own social media. She said she didn't do it.
But I'm just saying, on to the producers, whatever the conversation may have been, to the public, it looked like she like came the next day, tried to like go to Kenya's event, tried to talk. She tried to like make it right. She knew it was wrong. She admitted that it was wrong on camera, whatever the case may be. Publicists had her do it. And where Kenya is just like doubling down, saying, no, bitch, she did this. Don't defend her. I was like, well, damn, you got to talk to your friends like that in the court. It was just like, you already have this struggling spot. Now it's really struggling. I'm sorry. Kenya does not come across to me ever, not ever do I say, that is a smart businesswoman. She makes great business decisions. It's always has this undertone of it belongs, kind of like that workout video. You know, I went straight to video. That's her stuff. It's always straight to video. So I'm just like, why are you going to do this to the salon? You said that you spent so much money and you want a franchise and you know, you're on the lower level bottom of like Sally's. You're like almost out the door, or like CVS with the Kenya Moore hair products. Like, why do we want to risk this with this if you have so much money wrapped into it?
Most confusing part for me, because I'm like, every time you talk about this business, every time you talk about this spa, which I believe she put so much of her like blood, sweat, and tears into, and her money, every time you talk about it, it's always your daughter also comes up. It's, I'm doing this for my daughter. I have this business for my daughter. I'm trying to do it for my daughter. So if we are supposed to be tying this business to the image of your daughter, I still don't get why you would sully the two with having images of somebody performing oral sex. It's something you saying you're doing for your daughter. Like, to me, it was just so inappropriate and an overreaction. Look, I don't think Brit was ever going to shoot this woman.
No.
But I do think that there's just certain things you can't joke about, you can't talk about, even if no one takes you seriously, you don't bring up. So I felt like she should have got in trouble with the Bravo producers. However, to do a grand open, like it's your grand opening, these images, and I don't care if she did porn professionally, you don't blow up those images in a spa open. Like, it just,
is that
I
what it
don't
was?
understand
Porn?
What she's saying is these were
on the internet.
tapes. They were, the images were already online. Like, Kenya didn't, but it's Kenya.
Yeah, no, I didn't know.
Brought this forward, we never would have seen.
Bravo has since taken these images off the internet, by the way.
Was she a porn star, or was this just something leaked between her and a romantic partner, like her and Rick Ross going at it? You know what I mean? Or was she doing porn? That's a big difference. Like,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't think we'll ever get an honest answer out of her from it.
Yeah,
either,
we probably won't.
We'll never know.
The point is, I just found it to be such a strange choice to do this at your spa opening.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, Kenya's not someone that I think of, oh my gosh, this is a very smart businesswoman. So
I just think that, like, I said it in my recap video, you never go on a side quest, a side mission when you're going to hell. Like, there are no detours on your way to hell. You just gotta go there, you know?
Yeah.
I think, do I care that she did this? Not really. It was probably online anyway. If it wasn't online, then she's definitely violating some law. Yeah, at her own spa event for her daughter, it was just like, I feel like the Kenya Moore that we loved was the woman who would have a sit down with this girl and present all of this information in a binder, along with how shady your business is, along with a criminal record, along with like every man that she dated and all the things. But instead, this is very poorly crafted, like here, but at my own spa event for my daughter.
Because I'm that bitch, been that bitch, still that bitch.
I feel like the time, if she wanted to do it, to the presentation you just presented, would have been at the dinner with the retro nose. Forgive me.
Okay, you ain't right.
Like at that dinner.
Angela?
Yeah, that would have been the time to do it. You know what I mean? Like it's an intimate setting. Yeah, like not at your event. But to be continued, we will kind of see how, this week we're going to see how Brit Edie kind of recovers from it. And I saw too online that she is still doing insurance, which
and she is.
Yeah, I need
Who's
Bravo.
buying insurance from her?
I just need the same people who are buying Vicky Gunvalson's insurance. That's what I think. But I think it's like Bravo, like this is not aspirational. So we need to pick a lane, Bravo. If Atlanta's gonna have a baby, which is another show that's kind of like its sister show, then move her there, but not Real Housewives of Atlanta when you have like real aspirations kind of on there. And we're Housewives, born and began. Okay. On to our final. Tiana, you must be so sad because Married to Medicine.
Devastated.
After this, it's like, it's this time next year. Married to Medicine. What are our thoughts on the final installment of the reunion?
Somebody stop Greg.
Oh my God.
And pray for T. Pray for her. That's all we can do at this point. She don't listen to nobody.
No.
She's bragging about paying a mortgage that Quad never paid.
I'm almost done with paying our Quad house. Who's gonna help Quad pay our Quad house? The one she living in.
Like, poor baby, pray for her.
Weird thing to brag about.
That apology was not real. It was just him saying,
he didn't apologize to his wife. You can't tell me he did.
Those things that I said, they were just in the heat of the moment, and I didn't mean them. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just like, this doesn't even sound right. And it seemed like the way you were really talking to her, mic'd up camera, that's who you are, and that's how you guys communicate, period. And then it's just like the fact that you thought it was a good idea to sit there and perform that song.
Set me free. I wanna be free from the bullshit. I gotta be free.
And look at his wife there just bopping along. And I'm like, girl, do not act like this is a whole groove.
Groupie.
Offbeat at that. I was disappointed and disgusted simultaneously.
This is weird. But Bravo, stop these performances. Drew made another cringy one, and now you have this. Now I'm Married to Medicine. Stop these weird songs. Like, it's cringy.
Yeah. What do we think about Quad and Simone's fight?
I think Quad is right. What she say to Simone? She's a low down dirty bitch. She right. No lie was told. Simone has been
her whole friendship
since like season 2.
And it bothers her so much that Quad has this circle of very fabulous friends in Atlanta that she is fully in the mix with, and really between filming, no, she's not wanting to kick it with you. And I think when she sees Quad's, because if you follow Quad, you see how she's a very fabulous lifestyle that has nothing to do with the ladies from Married to Medicine. And the ladies she hangs out with, and like they're women of note that she hangs out with in Atlanta.
Like,
and
I want to
like Ciara Monet. She's like a popular YouTuber.
Also those McLaurin twins, like their mother, but also like Toya and Tiny. She's good friends with them. Rashida from Love and Hip Hop. There's like some other women who are like Monietta, like some a little bit upper level. Sorry, the Married to Medicine cast.
Yeah,
I think that drives Simone crazy. That those are her real friends, and that she's in this fabulous circle of women. I feel like I sound like Jill Zarin from her season 1 tagline from New York. Do you remember? I run with a fabulous circle of women in New York City. But I think the Quad does that, and so I think it drives Simone crazy. That's her real life. Like, I just find it to be like, I just get hater vibes from Simone.
Yeah, she feels less than.
And I will say this, I give Quad and King a lot of credit for taking the high road of what they really could say about Dr. Greg. So I know we're talking about Simone now, but the fact that this man is back on this show when everyone knows that there was like some domestic violence situation where do you guys remember that? Like he dragged her across the kitchen or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
He was
The
choking her
fact that,
out.
yes, that no one brings that up and that he's just allowed to be back on Bravo, like to me, I think number one, I think it's kind of bullshit, but that she could easily go there and shut that conversation all the way down.
Yeah, but I think it's also too, it's kind of like the he said, she said. And this is just someone that's playing a little like devil's advocate because like, as we said, we will not bring up any names or kind of references, but we were talking earlier about something that is very obviously fake. But unless they're showing me right in front of me that it's fake, I believe, must be real until I see it for real. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just not kind of discredit her and say it didn't happen. But I think maybe that's what Bravo's take was. Okay, he said, she said. It seemed like they're okay. This makes good TV. This is what we're in it for. But I do kind of understand it all. And I did kind of empathize with Quad when she's like talking to Simone and Simone's going off like, oh, well, you left us. So we did what we had to do. So we can be friends with who we want to be friends with. Like, I was like, that's so grimy.
Bitter Betty.
I was like,
want to be our friend.
And I think she turned the cast against her.
Wife. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like,
and Toya is so easily to turn.
Yeah.
Because Toya's like, she wants to know all your business. She wants to be BFFs. Like, that was
but
easy.
it's just like, of all the girls to buddy with, her ex's new boo, like it's, you're just trying to take a dig at her. Like, I don't know. Simone, bye.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so much to unpack there. A lot. But I think while Married to Medicine is ending, like I said, we are picking up the Valley, and then Miami will be starting like a little later in the summer. So we've got some good Bravo coming for sure.
But before we wrap on Married to Medicine, I must say this. Because I'm Team Daddy, okay?
Okay.
Justice for Damon. That scene that they included of him like being disrespectful to Heavenly, that literally didn't happen.
You don't play with people like this. You don't keep. If I ask you to do something, you should do what I ask you.
And I'm doing it. I'm not saying anything.
You said it already. You already made your choice.
And I just watched the episode actually, so I know for sure it didn't happen. He held her hand the entire way to the car. He opened her car door. He didn't yell at her. Like what Greg does and what Damon does are two different things.
Two different things.
Daddy.
I
Justice
agree with you.
Daddy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't think anyone would confuse the two. Call me crazy.
It's a lot of people in our comments taking up for Greg.
Yeah, I think they were trying to draw some similarities there, but no. Gregory is abusive. Like, I'm just going to say it. And by the way, he also never denied the domestic violence thing and dragging her across the kitchen. If that was something he never did, he would have said it because it came up during a reunion where they both were. And he didn't say
yeah, and I remember Andy being in the middle and they sat down, they talked about it. They were like on each side talking about it. And he may have shooken his head a little bit if I remember correctly. But it wasn't like he full out admitted it or denied it.
He said, "You hit me too," and she was like, "Yeah," to defend myself, and he said nothing afterwards.
Yeah,
there you go.
And so that's what I'm saying. It's just like you're in the middle of like Andy. I was like, you're in the middle. You're literally in the middle of these two. So to be continued, I would like to say overall, I definitely enjoyed the season. I really enjoyed Quad and King. I really like kind of like where they're going. I feel like Quad has really found her king, her prince. And so that's like really happy to see. I kind of don't want to see Jackie and Curtis back. I don't want to be an ageist, but I just feel
boring.
Yeah, I just feel like, okay, this just doesn't seem, you guys are like borderline retired. So kind of just like, go on your married way.
But by the way, that's a compliment to me to say like you're boring. It means that you have just like a regular normal life.
You got it together.
I'm
you hiding shit really well.
I'm looking forward to Mariah coming back.
I want Lisa Nicole to come back. Lisa Nicole, please come back. Bring your husband with you.
That
was great television.
Okay, and on that note, we are going to conclude our meat and potatoes of the day for this episode, but we will be back next week with all the shows. And then, like I said, we will be also reviewing, help me out here, Tiana, Mom Talk, Mormon Wives.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yes, we're going to start reviewing that as well. So we're going to add that to our meat and potatoes. So,
and we're going to do a TikTok dance. Just
oh, heavens. I said, we are.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. We will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
I don't speak boy shit.